was great, but a comeback win is even better. And we were pretty excited for that one right there.
How proud were you of the way that Matisse and Tyrese specifically, it seemed like they injected a lot of energy into that unit in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, they made a lot of the plays. Matisse defensively was everywhere with steals and just being a disruptor out there on the defensive end and being able to cut and make plays offensively. And Tyrese was just controlling the pace throughout the whole fourth quarter. I got to give a shout out to Ferg too, because he made some big plays and some big shots for us. And made big plays throughout the game in the second half just to keep us in it for a period of time too.
Thank you, Tobias.
Yep.
Over to Kyle Newbeck.
Hey, Tobias. So I'm sure all you guys have played in zones at different points throughout your careers, but how much time have you guys been able to spend as a collective group this year on practicing zone defense and, talking about that concept?
Probably about 5 minutes. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm being honest with you. I mean, it was one practice we just looked over it a little bit, and it was really in preparation for another team we were playing that played zone, and that was about it. But one thing I know about the zone today, it got us really talking out there defensively, and I think that was one of the major things we always say on the defensive end. We got to talk more, and that was a catalyst to that tonight, was being out there, getting in zone, and no one really knowing how to play a real zone, but at the same time we were communicating ourselves through it and just finding, we found that tonight and that worked for us.
And how much of a difference you think it made? Matisse played in zone pretty much exclusively in college and was super successful playing that way. So, how big do you think that was in just turning the whole game around?
He was the zone leader for us tonight, that's for sure. So he was out there just being at the top of the key, knowing the spots, being able to get steals. And it just gave them a different look too, because I thought they were in their comfort zone pretty much all game. So it was a great move by the coaches to put us in that zone and for us to make it work.
Thanks, Tobias.
Yep.
Over to Paul Hudrick.
Hey, Tobias. Doc talked a little bit about how good Ben was kind of going downhill and either getting to the rim or kind of spotting up corners. How much easier is it for you offensively when he's playing like that and getting downhill and creating so much attention to himself?
It just opens up the game for myself and really for everybody. But I thought, all night his pace was really good for us. And he was aggressive on both ends of the floor. And when he got back out there in the fourth quarter, he just controlled the pace of the game and was able to get us in a lot of sets. But him going downhill versus bigs that really don't want to tag or don't want to be able to play out on the perimeter as much, opens up the floor. And it was a big reason why we were successful tonight.
Thanks, Tobias.
All right, Jeff Skaversky.
Hey, Tobias, obviously you guys kind of came in, struggling without Joel Embiid, and Doc before the game was saying that, you guys need to start winning without him. What does it say tonight? You guys get down 20 and then find a way to stay in this game and chip away at that lead and come back to win.
Just resilience from the whole group. Obviously with Joel out, we needed to find a lot of energy from different guys. And I thought we got that energy from guys like Matisse, Ferg, Tyrese. Dwight came in and gave us, he was a beast on the boards and being able to control the paint. So, we know that, there's going to be games where we don't have Joel. We have to figure it out, find a way. And I thought this was a great game for us to really do that and to really look each other in the eye and know that we can hold each other accountable out there on the floor. So it's just that winning culture that we want to have, and night after night, we got to bring it.
And how much does this show that you guys can win without Embiid? I mean, help that confidence that you guys can going forward. You almost sometimes you have to, do it to prove it to yourselves.
Yeah, we know as a group how talented we are, and it's not rocket science. We're a better team with Joel Embiid out on the floor with us, but for the nights that he does have to rest his body and get himself at 100%, we have to be able to figure out our flow and how we're going to play out there. So just a bit of an adjustment, but tonight was a good step to that. We know we struggled without him on the floor, and I think we struggle. We're a group that guys help each other's games, and I think that Joel's such an important player that he helps everyone else's game to a heightened level. So we know when we don't have him that there has to be added efforts from everyone else.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, last two, Austin Krell.
Tobias, you scored 10 of your 27 in that fourth quarter, and on 4 or 5 shooting, so very efficient. Were they giving you just different looks? What sort of incited that that high scoring quarter for you?
Just winning mentality. I knew that I was out there, and I was out there to get buckets and help our team win. And we started calling a couple of sets for me to get on the block to go to work. And, I just was taking advantage of the moment and the opportunity. And as we were able to cut it back down, it opened up the floor for other guys too. And, Ferg was able to make some big shots and some big plays, which is key because, when you have it going, defense keys in. So now, guys get into lane. Matisse made a nice move in the lane. So, for me, it's just fourth quarter, a game like that. With Joel out too, is just get to your spots and get a bucket up for the team and come back.
All right, and D. Lynham.
Tobias, I'm just curious because you're talking about when you're down 20, you don't have Joel. Obviously, you know what he is defensively for you guys. What's the communication, the leadership like? What's that conversation like? Because there's a calmness to you guys as a group that I think is pretty impressive.
Yeah, just positivity. I think that was the big thing for us, was to stay calm, stay positive, and let us just find something. This is a game of runs, and in any NBA game and NBA season, you're gonna have runs. They were making a lot of shots, and once we really found that thing that was good for us out there on the floor, which was the zone defense.
The zone, yeah.
Yeah, we just ran with that one, and we was able to get out and transition, get some easy buckets there, and be able to get stops. We've always said we got to be a defensive first team, and when we're losing, we're not a defensive first team. And once we were able to get those stops, it was just gold for us from there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tobias.
Yeah, have a good night.